Hi friends, welcome back to At Home with Holly. Ooh, it's bright. Welcome back to At Home with Holly. My name's Holly and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Today we are going to be starting some seeds because I want to make sure that all of my petunias and things that are going in my hanging baskets are plenty big to be able to be ready to be set out by Mother's Day. So I want to get those seeds started. I'm going to check to see if any of my other seeds could be started now as well. And I also need to go out and take a look around and make sure all my trees and everything are holding up well to the Arctic blast snowstorm that we've been having. So I'm gonna go check on the chickens, take a stroll through the garden, and then we're gonna start some seeds. So let's go do all that stuff together, friend. Let's go inside and check it out. So outside is the winter wonderland. And inside are some happy girls. I really love, we put these walls up together when we winterized this chicken coop. And although it was a pain in the tush to put up, I love what this is doing for them. There's no wind, no rain and snow that stuff gets in here. So they're just happiest little chickens ever right now. It is very dry though. And so everything has a big layer of dust. So there'll definitely be a spring cleaning needed. But overall, I'm super happy with the decision to cover this. It is negative outside. But inside, with our heated bird bath heaters, all of these are still able to work for them to get water. And they're still laying eggs and are happy. All the beds are nice and tucked in. Kale still growing. Leeks still growing. This is the shallot bed. They are all tucked in. Garlic on the sides of this one. Our winter sowing project. Garlic on the side of this bed. This is our whole garlic bed. This is our elephant garlic. And underneath there is some greens and lettuce. They're probably mush. They were doing good up until this week. And then Olivia's bed as well. We have our compost bins going strong. Our winterized chicken coop. Another strawberry bed. Some perennial flowers up there. We have our 2 flowering dogwood, pink flowering dogwood trees. They're looking good. We have an apple tree. We have our berry and grape area. And we have what looks like sticks, but are actually fruit trees. We have a fig tree. We have another apple tree. It's a Honeycrisp. We have a pear tree. Cherry tree. We have some bunny, some bunny tracks. We have a peach, beautiful peach tree. And behind it, some blackberries. We have our mulberry tree and our plum tree. Need to get out here if it warms up in the next few weeks, do our second winter spraying, and then we'll do one more spraying and a trim. We're going to trim up some of these crisscrossing branches and stuff like that, just to get the shape that we want. But everybody's looking great, looking beautiful. Let's go inside and get warm and plant some things. So I'm super grateful for this warm grow room on a day like today where it is freezing and snowy and gross. So I went ahead and pre-moistened the soil. I added the Trifecta Plus organic fertilizer to it. Not necessary, but I love to do it. I went ahead and filled all of the pots that will take up this whole 32 cell tray so that we have enough petunias for all of my hanging baskets. Okay, friends. So we've got some petunias that we're going to plant. Oh, I wanted to show you the things that we're growing. Let me show you what's been growing over here. So we have our very first birthday. Happy birthday, little guy. A giant perfection aster. These are the ones that Livy and we went to our local Menards to get some bird seed. And while we were there, they had packets of seeds for 10 cents. And y'all know, you can't walk by 10-cent packets. So we did plant those. Last night she had some fun with those. This is her chia pet. I'm gonna pick up some of these seeds that have slothed off, but she's got a Grogu chia pet that we always have going down here while we're seed starting. These are our sweet potato slips that we started together. They're staying nice and toasty on there. We have our seeds that we started back here, and then the violas. You're supposed to start those in darkness. So I didn't start them in darkness last year, and they came up just fine, but if you can have them in darkness, it works better. So I did put little pieces of cardboard on top of these guys. So anyway, these guys are, staying warm and toasty on their heat mats, and our very first of the ones that we planted together. So as they germinate from down here, I will bring them up here where they're no longer on the heat mat because they only need the heat mat to germinate. And then up here, they will start living their life close to the light. And then all of my lights are adjustable, so I can move them up and down based on how they're growing. But let's get back to these petunia seeds. Let's start with some petunia seeds. So these are the ones that I planted last year and I liked them, so I'm going to plant them again. We have our balcony mix petunias from Baker Creek. And then to add to them this year, I got some, what are these called? Super Basima Journey's Triumph mix. I thought they were really pretty. And then these. I mean, look at these beautiful, beautiful petunias. So we're going to get these started today. So I have a whole tray and I have them marked for how many. This is a 32 cell tray. So I have them marked based on how many of each one I want to do. So I'm going to put these in and then plant accordingly. These seeds are tiny, so we're going to surface sow over seeding for sure. Okay. Next, we'll do the greetings from Jaromir. I'm sure I am butchering this name. We're going to do these. Okay, friends, these may be the smallest seeds No, I think maybe the strawberry seeds were smaller. So the reason that I love and normally purchase almost everything from MI Gardener is because you get so many seeds for $2. I always check there first to see if he's got it before I buy it somewhere else. It's a better value, better germination, all that stuff. But a couple of these he didn't have. So I had to get them from Baker Creek, which is rareseeds.com. Excellent company, but definitely pricey for the amount that you get. Just pricey in general. You get a much better bang for your buck at MI Gardener. But here we are. So I don't even know if these are coming out. Okay, we'll try it. I'm like 100% certain I didn't get any seeds in that one. But I think I got like 8 or 9 with some seeds in them. So, okay. Now we're going to do, which those are the ones that I really was most excited about. So, you know. All right. Then these are going to go in the rest. I mean, I feel like if I just go like this, then technically didn't I get seeds in there? Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's about what we're doing. Okay. So we're going to do, I'm going to put like a partition wall so that hopefully they stay where they're supposed to go, since I'm going to be doing the scatter method again, since they're so small. Now, if you wanted to do these more carefully, you could use a toothpick or tweezers, but when they're this small, I just scatter them and hope for the best. Petunia seeds are, you can save petunia seeds. They self-sow very easily because they're so small and that kind of stuff. So if we like the way these grow, we can definitely save some seeds. Oh my goodness. We are on the small seed planting train for sure this year. Between our alpine strawberries that we started together, I'm going to use all of these, so I'm not going to save the resealable bag. Between our alpine strawberries that we planted together and now the petunia seeds, we're definitely on the itty bitty seed train. I can see these falling, so we're already doing better than we did on the last round. Okay. Well, yeah. Which is kind of how I felt last year when I planted them too. I was like, wow, I hope that works. And it did. So, you know, we're just trying to do the best we can. Okay, let me get some water. We're going to use some vermiculite. So the vermiculite is just there because it helps hold the moisture. You keep the moisture level more consistent at the top of the soil where you put it. And since seeds need moisture to germinate, I just like to put it on there, especially when the seeds are super small, just to kind of help the top stay moist so that they can germinate. So we'll get these watered in, and then we'll get them put on a heat mat and added to their friends. Even if I'm going to plant more seeds that same day, after I make a mess like this, I usually try to take a second to wipe all the vermiculite and water off so we can start again with a clean surface. So I'm just going to take a second to put away some of the other seeds that I either got in the mail. Look at how beautiful this is. Or we picked up with our 10-cent haul. I found some giant sunflowers, so that'll be fun. I also ordered this year from Sunflower Steve his beautiful sunflowers, and then we have a few other. We're just going to have a really fun sunflower year this year. I love sunflowers. So some of these I don't have enough to have a whole category for them, so they go in my random flowers one. So I've got Sweet William, Morning Glory seeds from my neighbor, Shasta Daisy, red poppies, baby's breath, and all these little green packets are the ones that we picked up for 10 cents. Some calendula that we started already. And of course, you can never have too much aster. So we also got this free lettuce variety with we can add it to the pile with our zinnia and petunia order. And I'm going to I want to plant up some celery because I think it'll take a little bit of time. Celery takes a while. I didn't want to grow too much celery, but I do have another order coming from my gardener, and it's got like a white celery. And then I have these celeries. This one we started in the winter sowing, so I'm not going to sow this one, but I am going to do, this is like celeriac basically, like the celery root, and then we'll try this one as well. So I'm going to sow these two. We already have one of these sown, and then I'll sow the other one from my gardener when it gets here. Okay, so I've never sown this one before, but anyway, 10 to 12 weeks before the last frost is when you're supposed to start this, and this is 8 to 12 weeks, so we're right in that same window for all the celery. So first we'll do the giant Prague celery. I'm excited to try this. And again, tiny seeds. That's okay. Let me get a... Not sure how to pronounce it. Delm? I'm not sure. We're going to plant this one too. I think it's pretty similar to the Utah Tall. Um, but I think seeds are spilling everywhere. But I do think it's supposed to be a little quicker growing. So we will try that. Get this watered in. We've got everybody all tucked in. We have got our petunias for our hanging baskets. We have our sweet potato slips and our violas that are germinating in darkness. We have our Grogu chia pet. We have our celery and flowers that Olivia and I put in pots yesterday. And then we have, I found another birthday. We have green globe artichoke and aster great perfection. Not bad. I just want to thank you guys so much for being here with me today as we did our normal winter routine, which is check on the birds, check on the plants outside, and then get downstairs and get some seeds started. So I want to thank you guys all for the shares and the comments and the likes. I love doing this journey with you together. I love the little community that we're building, and it just means so much to my family. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye, my friends.